Hi friends, welcome back to our channel Mechanical Engineering Made Simple. Today let us see some important questions about IC engines, which is very important syllabus for your AMV examination. First question: the advantage of reciprocating IC engines over steam turbines is, in fact, all are the advantages of reciprocating IC engines. They have mechanical simplicity, they have improved plant efficiency, they have low average temperature. That's why all of the above is the correct answer. So let us mark it. Actually, in turbines, let us say in gas turbines, the temperature after the you can say heat addition in the heater will be approximately 900, more than 900, 950 and around 1000 degrees centigrade. So to expand in turbine, so the turbine materials shall be resistant to such high temperatures, and the materials have been developed to resist such type of high temperatures. Okay, and of course they have steam turbines have or steam turbines or gas turbines for that matter, they have complicated mechanical structure, okay, construction, and their efficiency is also less compared to the your IC engines or reciprocating IC engines. So that's why all of them are correct answers. Let us mark the answer. Yes, thus all of the above is correct answer. Next, the intake charge in a diesel engine consists of, so we know that in the SI engine the intake charge consists of air fuel mixture, that means air and petrol mixture, but whereas in case of a diesel engine it is only air which is taken into the cylinder at atmospheric pressure, which is equal to 1.01325 bar and approximately 27 degrees centigrade, assuming that the average temperature is 27 degrees centigrade, that is 300 Kelvin, and it will be compressed in the engine cylinder. Okay, so air is alone is only taken into the cylinder, that is intake charge is only air alone in case of diesel engines. Let us mark the answer A. Next question: the disadvantage of reciprocating IC engines are, actually reciprocating IC engines are very difficult to balance because they have a lot of balance problems. So for that matter, your all rotating engines can be balanced comparatively a little easier compared to your reciprocating parts, and because of the reciprocating parts lot of noise and vibration are created. So all of them, and of course you know that IC engines use the fossil fuels like your petrol and diesel, which are derived from the fossil matters. So the disadvantages of reciprocating IC engines are all of them, that means vibration, noise, use of fossil fuels, and also balancing problems. So your answer is D. Next question: gudgeon pin forms a link between piston and small end of connecting rod. Okay, so small end will be towards the piston side and big end will be towards the your crank side. Okay, so that will be connecting, your gudgeon will be connecting piston and the small end of the connecting rod. So your answer is B. Next question: engines of different cylinder dimensions, power and speed are compared on the basis of, so this is your mean effective pressure. So the parameter on which, based upon which the engines of various sizes are compared, or your mean effective pressure. By the way, what is the mean effective pressure? Mean effective pressure is the work done by stroke volume. You know that in any IC engine, the intake pressure will be atmospheric pressure, and it will be compressed in the compressor to a medium pressure, and after the heat addition process, the pressure will be maximum. So the maximum pressure will be after the heat addition, and the minimum pressure will be the your before suction or at the time of suction, which is your atmospheric pressure. So it will be assumed that, so average of these two pressures will be your mean effective pressure. It will assume that this will be acting throughout the cylinder for your total stroke volume, okay, during the expansion process. That's how it is, the definition of the mean effective pressure is defined. So mean effective pressure is equal to work done by stroke volume. So work done will be Newton meters and stroke volume will be meter cube. So Newton meter per meter cube, Newton meter by meter cube means Newton per meter square, that means pascals. Okay, so your mean effective pressure is the answer based upon which the engines are compared. Next question: in a 4-stroke IC engine, a camshaft rotates it. So normally the camshafts are going to rotate at double the speed of the crankshaft. Okay, what is the purpose of cam and camshaft? Cam, okay, so this is going to control the valve operations. So cams are basically used in IC engines for controlling the valve opening and closing. Okay, but actually the camshafts rotate at the double the speed of the your crankshaft. That is your answer. So your answer must be twice the speed of the crankshaft. Twice the speed of the crankshaft is the answer. Next, the thermal efficiency of CA engine is higher than that of SI engine. So what is the reason for this? Is it the fuel used, or higher compression ratio, or constant pressure heat addition, or none of this? Actually fuel use does not have any influence, or it is going to affect the efficiency, or but only the compression ratio in the high compression ratios are going to affect the thermal efficiency. In the CI engines, approximately the compression ratios will be varying from 12 to 22, and because of this reason the efficiency will be maximum. Okay, it will be more than your SI engine. So what is that? What is the efficiency formula for SI engine, air standard efficiency for SI engine, or your Otto cycle? 1 minus 1 by R to the power of gamma minus 1, where gamma is the Cp by Cv ratio for air, which is equal to 1 by 1.4. Cp means specific at constant pressure, and Cv means specific at constant volume. R is the compression ratio. So in SI engines, compression ratio normally used is 6 to 10, and in CI engines it will be from 12 to 22. You can see from expression that of course it will be the efficiency in case of your what you call C engine will be equal to 1 minus 1 by gamma into T4 minus T1 by T3 minus T2. So if you include that also, but by whatever way, so because the compression ratio is more in case of CI engine, so the subtracting quantity will be more, and you will get subtracting quantity will be less, and you will get the more efficiency. That means 1 by R to the power of gamma 1 approximately. So this is the main important factor that is going to increase the thermal efficiency of CI engine is the important parameter is the high compression ratio. So high compression ratio, because used in CI engines is more, they will have more thermal efficiency. That is the answer. So high compression ratio is the answer. Next, SI engines are off. Though, so you can see that they are lightweight, they have high speed because of the less size for the same power. They have got SI engines have more less weight to power ratio. That means per unit power, the size of the SI engine required is less compared to the CI engine, and that means because of the your lighter construction, they will be rotating at high speed, of course, and they take the homogeneous charge of fuel and air. Actually, it is misprinted as oil. Actually, it is going to take the homogeneous mixture of fuel and air. That means air fuel mixture will be after that means after coming from your carburetor, it will be taken into the cylinder, and the air fuel mixture, after thoroughly mixing in the proper ratio, it will be supplied to the cylinder, and it will be compressed in the SI engine cylinders. That means your mixture is, that means charge is your homogeneous air fuel mixture. So that means your SI engines are of lightweight, high speed, and also they have homogeneous charge of fuel and air, actually A and F, that means air and fuel. So all of them is the correct answer. Let us mark the answer, that is your D. Next question, compression ratio in case of diesel engines is of the order of. So your compression ratio, as I was just telling you right now, it will be approximately 12 to 22, but in books, some books it is mentioned 14 to 20. However, because it is coming in the range of 14 to 20, 12 to 20 or 22, so you can choose the answer 14 to 20. So normally the compression ratio in case of SI engine will be 7 to 10. So B is the answer for your compression ratio for SI engines, and D is the answer for the compression ratio of diesel engines. So let us mark the answer. D is the correct answer. Next question, boys. Main advantage of 2-stroke engines over 4-stroke engines is, okay, what are the advantages of your 2-stroke engines over 4-stroke engines? All of them are actually the advantages. That means they provide more uniform torque on the crankshaft, and more power output. Just I was telling you, the weight to power ratio for your SI engines will be less compared to your CI engines. So more power output for the cylinder of same dimensions, and of course they don't have any valves, but in case of valves they have ports. That means all of them are correct answer as far as your SI engines is concerned. That means they produce uniform torque, more uniform torque on the crankshaft, and more power output for cylinder of same dimensions, and also there is absence of valves and there is the presence of ports. So all of them are correct answers. Let us mark the answer. So D is the correct answer for this particular question. Okay boys, so we have seen 10 questions for IC engines, and in the next video we are going to see some more important questions of your IC engines, and we will be discussing more number of questions from your entire syllabus, your TSPSC and APPSC. I have made one good ebook PDF which is available in the form of 1000 questions from your APPSC and TSPSC point of view syllabus, and with the solutions also. If anybody interested, please put a mail to sridhar.bpalli@gmail.com, and number of batches are going for your TSPSC and APPSC, and once the notifications comes, probably the time may not be sufficient. For those candidates who are serious, my sincere advice and suggestion is that please join the coaching from now itself, so that you have sufficient time for completion of the entire syllabus, and also sufficient time for at least 2 times of the revision, so that your chances of getting selection are improved. Let us meet in a once again. And if you like my channel, please boys, if you think that it is adding to your knowledge and it is helping you to increase your knowledge or prepare well for your examination, okay, please like, comment, share and subscribe, and also share among your groups and contacts. Once again, wish you all the best, good luck. Let us meet in a next video, nice video, very shortly.